Hey world, this is Matt, Wacky Wookie, and today is a sad day for Gotham City Impostors fans. Not just on the PlayStation 3, but that's the focus of this video because after the GameSpy shut down, Gotham City Impostors will no longer be playable on the PlayStation 3. Personally, I play on Xbox 360. I've been playing for a little over 2 years. The past few months I've been playing Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare because it's a similar genre and the fun factors are similar, but still it does make me fear for Gotham City Impostors' future on the Xbox. It's nice to have it there as a warm blanket because I'm sure I'll play it again in the future. That's one of the problems, because Warner Brothers obviously knew that the game wouldn't be playable on the PlayStation 3, and they decided to have a sale to squeeze a few $1,000 at most out of what they could when the PlayStation 3 version was still going to be playable. And then they decided to just throw up a message that says, hey, GameSpy shutting down, so sorry it's not going to work anymore. And then, well, that's it. We're going to keep your money and you can't play it anymore. You could still play it on the PC, which I've tried. I don't really like playing with a keyboard and mouse because, well, there's one problem I have with controlling games with a keyboard and mouse. It's that a keyboard and mouse is not a game controller. First of all, there's only digital walking, and that creates a few problems because the first time I was playing Gotham on the PC, I tried to peek around a corner and took a full step out into view and then died because I can't tiptoe. But actually there was a time I considered getting a PlayStation 3 just so I could play with a different group of players. But obviously that's not going to happen now. And the thing is that Warner Brothers abandoned the game more or less 3 months after it came out, and they left it to rot. But they kept selling it, and the game kept selling, and people still kept playing it. And because successful intellectual properties are so easy to come by in the video game world, and games that keep selling for 2 years are a dime a dozen, WB just decided to cast aside the game, and so far there's been no announcement of a sequel, and as I said, the game was unfinished and unbalanced and broken, but still, even in the state it was in, it was very playable, and when it did work, and work right, it was a lot of fun. And that's why players are still purchasing the game. That's why the dollar sale was so successful on the PlayStation 3. But now, I guess they figure because it's only $1, most people aren't going to complain about it and ask for their money back. And they can just shuffle Gotham under the rug and forget about it for some odd reason. So, where is the sequel? I think that a DC Universe Imposter sequel would be a pretty easy thing to do because you could just write in that all of the big supers are busy realigning the multiverse for the 10th time in the past 30 years. So all the bad guy imposters, they go on a rampage, and then the good guy imposters, patterned after many DC characters, not just Batman, and then you could have yourself sort of like a cosplay shooter with a ton of options. Now, I hate microtransactions, but a DC Universe Impostors sequel would have a lot of opportunities for microtransactions. Now, back before the old forum got shut down, I made 2 threads asking people to send emails and things to everybody I could think of, WB Games, WB Entertainment, DC Comics, and customer service. But recently a hardcore PS3 player, goes by Star of Chaos, called up the WB customer service line. This was just after GameSpy was announced that it was going down, and he asked them about Gotham's future, and they lied and said that Gotham City Impostors would go peer-to-peer on the PlayStation 3, so you didn't have to worry about the GameSpy shutdown. But then the little pop-up came up in the game, and there was some confusion, and everybody thought that both the Xbox and the PlayStation 3 version was going down, or some people thought that, but it seems that the Xbox version will continue as long as you can play Xbox 360 games. I know they shut down the servers for the original Xbox, and you couldn't play Halo 2 anymore back in the day, so that'll probably happen one day, but at least for a year or two it looks like you'll still be able to play Gotham on 360. That could be one of the problems in actually developing a sequel, is that the original developers of the game, most of them it seems, left to form their own company called Black Powder Games, which I'm not so sure about the name, guys, if you're listening, because there's actually a game called Black Powder. So when you search Black Powder Games, a lot of times you'll get games of the game Black Powder. So maybe a name change might be in order. I was thinking a play on the original Monolith name. If there were, say, 8 of you guys forming the company, you could call it Octolith. But they're working on their game Betrayer. It looks pretty good. I haven't tried it because it's only on PC. But it looks sort of like a Fear and colonial expansion era America. But it looks decent. I just wish they would maybe completely rip off the Gotham City Impostors idea and slap their own designs, character designs over it, and make a new version of that. And if they could put it on consoles, it'd be pretty cool. Because so far, it seems that there's only Gotham City Impostors and Plants vs. Zombies. Anyway, this video is getting a little long. I'm gonna get going. And once again, please call the number you see on the screen. That's a number that is of WB corporate headquarters. It's a public number. I just got it through Google search, and if you could just call them and politely ask them to make more Gotham City Impostors, it would be appreciated for everybody involved. So, thanks for taking the time to watch this video. Don't forget to rate, comment, favorite, and subscribe, as they say. I know I'm just starting out, but I got more videos coming up. And don't forget to call 1-818-954-6000 Warner Brothers and ask them for more Gotham. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you next time.